T. Fucking idiot. Mood swings.
Hey,
Welcome
back. Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah. Feel like veterans, right?
I believe so. America. Yeah, I don't know about
Not really
that.
my holiday to
Yeah,
celebrate,
I mean,
but
what
it's
were
cool.
we doing last year? Partying on the lake
No, I worked.
back in Wisconsin.
I worked Memorial Day.
I think I did too, but I'm saying we
Yeah,
still partied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the lake. And
What a turn of events.
now we're grown
Working.
adults who
Hey.
had to get our shit together.
Hey, we're like working or whatever.
We're like
I still want to go on the lake out here.
adulting. Yeah, I do too. There's so many too that
I know.
that I want
It
to
would
do.
have been easy too. Should've
Yeah.
just
We
bugged.
should have just went.
Yeah, 4th of July. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, technically,
We'll get our shit together.
Yeah.
We're still in the process of figuring out our schedules
Yeah.
of everything. So now I think we're about to get everything like back on track.
You
Like
think so?
last week was a little rough.
Yeah. I feel like neither of us prioritize our time well.
No.
Like,
We think we do.
we think we do, but we don't.
But we don't.
We don't.
Something we're working on.
We're trying to
At
balance.
least we know.
I'm personally trying to balance everything, and I'm not doing as good as a job as I thought I was.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not.
Yeah, I think I'm worried about everyone else, that I forget about all the other my own shit I need to do, and then I get behind.
Yeah.
So we're prioritizing.
Yeah. But we're here,
Yeah, we made it.
and we'll be better,
Yep.
hopefully.
And with that,
What's the first thing you want to start with?
I want to talk about the Justin Bieber thing. you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah. The lights on, nobody's home thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is he like?
I think he's just on drugs.
Oh, okay. You just think he's just not fully all there?
Yeah, I think he's like going through it.
Oh, okay. Because he's like crashing out, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
what? Is that the content? Because he went to or he performed with SZA.
Holy
and-
shit. Did you ever get your shit together?
Yeah.
for a second?
Am I crashing out? I mean, I am. But minor details.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is a concert.
yeah. He and then everybody blew up, and then
Well, that was his first time on stage, and I could be lying, but I think 3 years.
a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I don't know.
Because everyone was like, "Oh, Justin needs to get a black girl. Like Justin needs a black woman to keep him together." And then they're like, "No, Justin needs to go to rehab."
yeah,
like,
Justin
that part.
needs to heal.
Yeah, he needs to heal. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Did you see his comment he made about Hailey Bieber?
No.
So Hailey Bieber got on the cover of Vogue,
Okay.
and so he posted the cover,
Mhm.
and the caption, it wasn't, "I'm so proud of you, I love you for all your accomplishments." It wasn't, "Congratulations." It was, this reminds me of the one time we got in a fight, and I was so mad at you that I told you you'd never be on the cover of Vogue. And then he's like, blah, 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 blah. He said something about maturing and yada, yada, yada. And
On
then
Instagram?
On Instagram. And
I
then the
think I know
last sentence was, "Clearly I was sadly mistaken." Sadly? What? No, let me read it, actually.
Wait, I think I like went to his. I was just trying to figure out what was wrong with him. Apparently, he suffers from like imposter syndrome.
Okay.
He
didn't know that.
has
I
depression.
could see that.
There's a couple other. He has
Probably
the
got
same thing that Selena Gomez has, or maybe
Nope.
they're just like doing that because of the past. But
lupus?
yeah, that's
has
what I
lupus?
read. That's what I read,
Oh.
and I was
I
like,
didn't know.
what? I was like, isn't that what Selena Gomez has? When I was like, wait, weren't they?
I mean, like, I feel like Justin has been slowly but surely over the years, like, just losing himself. Or
Yeah.
I have no idea. He's definitely not, what he started out to be, but I'm sure he's got a lot of trauma growing up in that industry at such a young age. But also, people are saying that he really started to publicly crash out
Yeah.
when the whole Diddy stuff happened. And so right now, it's the Diddy trial is
it's
happening.
like in the.
So
heat
I
of
don't know if it's
everything.
that. Selena Gomez got engaged. I mean,
Nah.
I'm not saying he's still in love with Selena, but my childhood heart wants him to be.
Right.
But I think it's the Diddy stuff, probably.
That's what I thought it was, but then when I went to go look at like what was actually going on, they
Mhm.
didn't say anything about that.
Mhm.
So then I was like, so what's going
I
on?
honestly I don't think anyone knows. I don't even know if Hailey knows, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
kidding.
then it says like they're still together, like they're
Mhm.
not apart. So
She was there.
yeah. So
Yeah, I just think he's on drugs.
okay, I didn't know if there was like you knew anymore.
No, I don't know anything. The reason I think he's on drugs is like a few years ago when him and Selena were together. Selena came out recently and said that she had been on drugs with him, and that she had to like go to rehab and like get clean and like a bunch of shit. So I just don't know if he ever got clean or if it's new.
I know they have
Honestly,
a baby.
He might not even be on drugs.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Maybe
It
he's
just
going
seems like
through
it.
Yeah, it's giving crash out.
It's giving like people are
Spiraling.
saying that lights are on, nobody's home. Like they were saying that like SZA touched him to like bring him back, you know, because she could see that he was like literally about to do the Fenny Fold on stage. Okay. And like he's always been very passionate when he sings.
Wait,
like,
I kind of want to watch this. I haven't watched it because I got kind of cringy.
He's always kind of like that though on stage. Like his eyes are always closed. He always like feels the music.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, this one was like a little off. But like she touched him and then he like grabbed her hand. It looked like he kind of lost it for a second. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, he looks a little.
He looks a little.
It's definitely giving a little.
Yeah.
A little crooked eye. Footloose. It's even footloose as fuck. Wait, now I'm really watching this. Mom, you know what's funny? I came back up. Mom sent it to me. She's like, I love this. And I was like,
What was it?
What we just talked about.
Oh, she loves it?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber on stage with SZA?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Did she watch it?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Here's the caption that he changed it. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. Yeah, he changed the caption because I witnessed it. I gotta find what he said. Hold on, I have to.
Okay, while Cindy is looking up the caption for
here it
JB's
is.
post. Oh, here it goes.
He says, yo, this reminds me of when Haley and I got into a huge fight. I told Hales that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know. So mean. For some reason, because I felt so disrespected, I thought I gotta get even. I think as we mature, we realize that we're not helping anything by getting even. We're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection. So, baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover, because clearly I was sadly mistaken. I feel like he could have just said congratulations. But I went back to his Instagram right now, and he just changed the caption to like 4 emojis, and that was it. But right now, Rode is going into Sephora, and he's posting like all the stuff on his stories. Like he's like trying to be supportive. I just think the public take it and then they like scrutinize it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you really do gotta watch your words because
anything can be
you
taken.
already know that you have an image of hating your wife, and there's so many videos of you like slamming the door in her face and running away from her and like literally looking like you hate her guts all the time.
So like read the room.
So like maybe just like watch what you say. You know?
He was trying to be poetic. That's what
like he was really like, oh, it's so deep. But then it was just
like you guys first off
maybe
you said that she'd never be on Vogue. That's kind of fucked up because she's a super hot model. Like,
right.
Wait, number one.
Right.
Number two, you're sadly mistaken.
Yeah, I just like feel like we could have just like ran that by someone. You know what I mean? Like
who's your PR team?
You have a team.
Who's your PR team?
You don't have to get every post looked at, but I think maybe that one should have. You know, just what do you think of that one? Maybe Haley could have looked at it. There's no way she saw it and was like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." No, it's why the fuck would you put that on the internet?
Right. Let's be for real.
Now you're telling the public like you thought I would never get on Vogue. You hate your wife.
Yeah,
that's what it
you
sounds
hate your
like.
wife. Yet again. Yet again, there's another instance of you hating me. Thanks, Justin. Like, what?
Oh,
What?
wow. I do give
Haley.
respect for Haley because she handles it really well with the public.
Yeah.
And
She seems like have a good
head on her
stance
shoulders,
and
yeah.
head on her shoulders. Like she's very good at relaying messages back
Mhm.
to,
Yeah. I
Which-
will always be
good for you.
I will always be on Gomez's side. Okay, and I know
Yeah.
there is no sides.
Yeah.
I will always be on her side.
Yeah.
But I do think that Haley handles all of it really well.
Yeah.
Even though like I said, the video of him slamming the car door in your face, that was crazy.
When was that?
I don't know. They're like getting out of the car and It was like a couple of years ago, probably. And he like got out and he, like, slammed it on her, and then she just like opened it and like act like it didn't happen because paparazzi is recording you.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for him because he can't go anywhere without paparazzi like all over the place.
I feel like everybody. That's how majority of celebrities are.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Anyways,
crazy.
that's why people have to like be like. They have to like fill out applications to be in certain neighborhoods and stuff, which I think that's wild. But
What?
like to be in a certain neighborhood, like
Mhm.
it's your high status, like
Mhm.
you need to like fill out a form and it could be accepted in, which I think is crazy. I want to be on that board line. Like I want to be on that board who decides who's in this neighborhood and who's not.
I don't.
Rejected. No, not hey, rejected. I don't like the way you talked last year at this one post or something. I don't know.
Those
I
are
wanna know
like
who's in
those
charge.
gyms in LA where like they like check your Instagram and you have to have like a certain amount of followers and be hot to go to this gym. You know the girl,
Yeah.
the who co-hosts with Tana Mojo on her
Mhm.
podcast,
Mhm.
Brittany? No,
I think it's a little bit
something like that. Anyway, she got declined. I was like, that's fucked up. Like that, I cannot imagine the like I'd be humiliated.
Yeah.
If they're like, no, you can't come here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I was just trying to get my body right, but like, sure, like
Yeah,
I'll just go to like Planet Fitness or something at this
Right.
point. Like that's crazy. Anyway,
That is tough.
speaking
tough.
of comment sections, I was scrolling through TikTok and I bookmarked it and saved it for this exact moment because it was too good.
That should be good.
It was too good. So the TikTok said, pretend that the comment section is how a guy apologizes. The first one is, I thought we were over this. The second one is, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm going to do better. Does the same thing 2 weeks later. I just can't do anything right. I'm a terrible boyfriend, then just leave me then. That's a good one. That's a good one. If that's what you think, then whatever. Great, got it. This one says this comment section is so triggering. This one says, believe what you want, I guess. I'm sorry you feel that way. Fine, don't believe me then. It's not that deep, though. You're always bringing up the past. Get over it. You're overreacting. I'm sorry, I don't know what you want me to say. You just like to argue. Yep, sounds about right.
All right. Well.
Notice how none of those comments took accountability for anything?
Yep.
Crazy. You know that propaganda thing that's going around?
Yeah.
So I think it was Tatum Beck, Noah
Mhm.
Beck's sister.
Mhm.
She did it, but she did the one where propaganda you're not falling for.
Mhm.
And it was hating on a gender because it's popular or something
Mhm.
like that. And she's talking about everyone's talking about how they hate men.
Mhm.
I was like, I don't know if it's trending. I think that's just like,
I think that's just like read the room.
yeah. And she's like, everyone, like basically everyone's their own people, and you shouldn't hate a gender as a whole. No, I think I hate them all.
I've had too many instances that makes me hate the entire
Gender. Well, it's like, and I'm in a very happy relationship, and sometimes
pause.
he's
How is
roped
that
into
even
that.
wrong? How is that even wrong? Because everybody hates on women in every single aspect of our lives.
This
you
world
get
hates
hate
on women.
Like in general,
Yeah.
you're not able to do anything independently, and if you do make a business, a multi-million-dollar business, you get shit on because you're a woman. Like,
Yeah,
let's be for real.
like you don't deserve it.
Like, what do you
did
mean?
it in the wrong way?
That was giving very. I don't like that. How if that was.
Yeah, I read it and I felt kind of icky about it.
I don't like that.
And like
Like what?
she was basically like saying like how people's I don't like how I said like too many times. She was saying how people are using it like hating on men as their like brand or whatever. And she was saying how people are using hating on men or whatever
To be cool.
as their brand or something. And she was
To
like,
make money. First off,
I don't think she said it like that. I think she was like, that's like the whole face of their stuff or whatever. It's like hating on men. And I was like,
men have things that hate on women to get big. Is that what you mean?
I think so. I don't know. That's just
I
how
can name
interpret
about.
it.
I mean, I don't know their full names because I don't care enough. But I could think of like podcasters and stuff. All they do is shit on women. So
T.
how is that not?
That's on your For You page?
I've seen it.
I'm like, I've never seen anything about
I'm
hating
over
on
here
women.
marketing. Like I'm I'm fucking planning and scheming.
Oh,
like,
God. So, yeah, that one kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
yeah, I don't like that because that's not like empowering women. That's like, oh, you hate men?
I don't know. I feel like it was like, it came off across like, I'm different. Like, I don't hate on men just to hate on men. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like attention-seeking kind of energy. Like, you know those girls, like, way back when in high school who were like, I'm friends with all the guys, and that's the energy it was giving. And I was like, oh, interesting. It's the fart smell. No, it's in my nostrils right now. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That is horrid.
That's bad, bro.
Oh my God.
He needs to have his bowels cleansed, bro. Oh.
Okay, now that moment's passed.
Oh my God.
Whew.
Stinky boy.
That was disgusting. Moving on. On that note, do you have any propaganda you are or not falling
Oh,
for?
shoot. I just looked at it. Wait, I actually might have saved it. They were
One
like
that you
they were
agree
like
with?
they were like funny ones.
Yeah.
I think. Let me see. Look. I don't see it. Do you have another one off the top of your head while I look?
Some propaganda I am falling for.
Oh, it was like living to work, like propaganda that I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not doing that.
Propaganda I'm not falling for. Feminism already won. We're equal now. Yeah, nice try.
Did they say feminism we're all equal now?
Yeah.
No.
Feminism already won.
No, I don't think
we're
so.
equal now.
No, I don't think
Nice
so.
fucking try.
Nice fucking try. And aside from that, they also think that POC are all equal too.
Yeah.
No, that's a fucking lie. Because look at all your big ass influencers and big social media stars and big actors is different. There's some big POC actors, but like social media is a big one. Like all those big people, they're all white women.
Mm-hmm.
They're all beautiful white women.
Mm-hmm. That part.
So, okay. I saw some videos that were like, people that are funnier than like your biggest, because there's like comedy influencers and stuff, and they're like, oh, these are some people that are way funnier, but they can't get big because they're black women. Mm-hmm. And you go on their pages and they're fucking funny as fuck, but like they're getting like 100,000 views on their videos, 200K views on their videos. Mm-hmm. And then there's a white woman doing the exact same thing, if not worse, and it's getting millions of views. Mm-hmm. So don't you dare say the playing field is even.
Because it's not.
Because it's not.
Twice as hard, bro.
And women also, we have to work twice as hard.
Which I think now is why we are working in spaces that are more diverse than... Like, I think we're starting to pick and choose what space we want to be in the conversation with.
I think we're one of the most oversaturated industries there is right now.
Podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was saying, like, building our business personally.
Oh,
I
like
think
our
we
personal
think
brand.
about, we think about who we are getting involved with and going from there.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like, I don't know. Also, I feel like you have a pretty good read on people.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, another one. He's mean to you because he likes you.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I was gonna say, I feel like I just got wrestled. I got wrestled with yesterday. Like, Mark's really big into like, what's it called? WWE. Let me tell you, it's not actually fun on my part. It's not fucking fun at all, actually.
Yeah, Joe doesn't do any of that.
Yeah, I get attacked, so
we're like,
blink twice if you need help.
I saw some videos that were like, men who play with you for fun, like, could hit you later on. I said, OT.
That's actually kind of scary.
I know.
Yeah. I think there was one instance where we were like, but like wrestling or whatever, and then I flinched, and he's like, I would never touch you like that. Like, please do not flinch. Like, I would never hurt you. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even realize I did that. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? And he's like, dude, like, he shut down. Like, he felt so bad because it's like, I was like, I didn't even mean it like that. He's like, I just want you to know, like, I would never do something like that. And I was like, no, I didn't say that. You know what I mean?
There's a difference because there's trends going around where women were flinching to see how their boyfriend would react.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even recording. I was just doing it to see what Joel would do.
Yeah.
And I kept flinching. Homeboy didn't even know I was flinching. He just kept going about his life. And I'm
Yeah.
over here like, and he's like, he just keeps talking. I said, we're not even going to acknowledge the fact that I'm supposedly scared of you.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even, like, see it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's crazy. So, like, that's crazy.
That's actually funny that you say that.
No, but he won't even, like, play fight with me unless I start it. Like, he'll never, like, start it or whatever. I would murder Joel if he hit me. No, like, I would be in prison.
Yeah. I think you're crazy. So
He would never. Oh, he would never. I also think he's in love with my mom. So, like, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of minor details.
No,
that we
beside the
just-
fact.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Another one. You'll change your mind about kids one day. Yeah, I don't like why people
I'm not
say
falling
that.
for that.
I don't like why people say that because I think people can choose or not choose. I feel like a lot of women have been opening up about not choosing to have kids, which
Mhm.
I don't think anything's wrong with that. I always said if you don't want to bring kids into this world, don't bring kids into this world. Like
Mhm.
it's tough. It's rough out here. Like if
Mhm.
you don't feel comfortable or that you can't provide, then I don't even know why people think.
Well,
of
it's not even the
bringing-
fact. It's like, there's so many reasons why people don't want to have kids. It's either they can't provide, it's that they don't want to bring someone into this fucked up world that we live in, because that's
Correct.
a lot of people's reasons.
Correct.
It also could be a reason that, like, some people just don't have that instinct to be a mother.
Mhm.
They don't
It's
have that
okay.
maternal feeling. So it's like, I mean, I get it. Like, there's so many different reasons why people don't want to have kids. I do think that statement is true more oftentimes than not.
Yeah.
I do think a lot of women don't want to have kids, and then as they get older, they do. Because I was like that.
That's
I
true.
used to say I
That's
didn't want kids, and now, like, having kids is like my goal in life.
Yeah. That's
I
true.
also, like, overheard a conversation. I was sitting at the bar, and this couple was, like, on the same, like, it was like a long table, and they're on the other end. And the girl was like, yeah, I never wanted kids. Like, even in my early 20s, I never wanted kids. And then once I was in a relationship with someone who I was in love with,
Yep.
that's when I started to want the kids.
Mhm.
And then they're having issues because the husband that she fell in love with doesn't want kids. And so when they got together, they both decided they didn't want kids. And then later on, now that she's been in this loving relationship for so long, now she wants a kid and he doesn't.
Yeah.
I was like, that's tough.
That is very tough. You really have to be on like the same foundation as your partner about.
But then
a lot
it
of
can
different
change.
things.
So it's like,
That's true.
that's when you have to learn to walk away or compromise. Like, what do you? I don't even know. I don't think that's something you can compromise on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think having kids is
I don't
something.
think people are changing your minds because then
No.
once you have a kid, and like some people resent, and
Yeah.
then that's not that kid's fault. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like that's a lot of issues. But yeah, I think that I like that as we continue to evolve. I think that conversations are being open about like another thing about the whole prenatal depression. Was that right? Is that the right term?
prenatal depression.
Before you have a kid, you get depressed? Like in your first trimester?
Yes.
Or is that incorrect?
I don't know if
Is that
that's
right?
the term for it, but I do know that because your emotions are so heightened, a lot of times it falls into depression.
Yeah, right?
I don't know if I don't know what it's called. Should I look it up?
I don't know. I just want to make sure I'm in the right term. And
Yeah.
Granted, me and you both have not experienced that, but I'm saying like I'm glad that those doors are being opened and that as we like when we do decide to have our own children, we're able to kind of like know what to expect rather than flying by the seat of our pants. I mean, to an extent, you know what I mean?
It's antenatal, antenatal, also known as prenatal or perinatal depression.
Okay.
It's a type of clinical depression that affect women during
I don't even, dude, this whole like Pandora box about pregnancies, like, that's a lot of information, bro. It's a lot of big words
It's-
for me.
Yeah, right.
A lot of fucking
It's
big words.
estimated to impact 7 to 20% of pregnant women.
Okay.
So it's not like super high.
Yeah, but it happens.
It definitely happens.
It happens.
That had me thinking because on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, first of all, kids are a huge thing there.
Oh, yeah.
So many different like
I
conversations.
forget about them.
kids? Watching the show. Yeah. But even though you're not seeing the kids on camera, which you shouldn't, there's so many different conversations around pregnancy in that show in different aspects of each woman. But when Jen was so depressed when she was pregnant, I mean, obviously partial is probably, some of it was pregnancy and some of it was everything she was going on in her life. I was literally sitting there watching the show like, what if that happens to me? What if I can't get out of bed?
Exactly.
And I feel like
that's
it
like
is
supposed to be like one of the best time of your lives. You know, you're growing a child, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You want to be.
I mean, like during the pregnancy, sure. Like I'm growing a baby, I will sleep all day long, but like I'm afraid it's gonna happen to me after I have the child. Like the postpartum.
99% of women go through that, which is kind of scary.
That is really scary.
Yeah.
Like that's really scary because then it's like you're not trying to be depressed. Like I want to get out of bed, take care of the baby, and clean the floor. What I want to be able to do that.
That's why I say like the first 2 years or the first years, 6 months even.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Rough, dude. That's what I was saying. I knew about like after having the baby. I didn't know about before.
I didn't know about before either.
Because I know those first 3 trimesters are like.
I mean, it kind of does make sense. Like I just didn't like think about it. Like on Grey's Anatomy when she was like crying every time she gets upset because when she was pregnant, like your hormones are like all over the place. Well, imagine. Honestly, I was just gonna say
I'm gonna be so bad when
your hormones.
I'm crazy. I'm actually crazy.
During your period, yours fluctuate a lot.
Yeah.
So if you were to get pregnant when you're pregnant, no, I don't want to be a part of it. Your support system disappears.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna be all over the place.
Yeah,
we're giving everybody a heads up.
I think you'll be better after. I think you'll have a better postpartum, but a horrible pregnancy. I think I'll have a fine pregnancy, and then my postpartum is gonna be horrible.
God, I am excited.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
We already talked about this. You have to hold off. You have to hold off.
Dude, we've been talking about pregnancy a lot lately.
I know.
Yeah.
Something's in the air.
Yeah, we gotta pull that shit back.
Yeah. You can't manifest that.
But yeah, Cindy said as soon as I have a kid, she's gonna want to have a kid. So.
Well, yeah, like that just kind of makes sense. I love how no one's gonna be able to see you the entire episode. That's actually lovely.
You guys want me to go right here? Does this look better for you?
Anyway, well, now that we were talking about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, what are your opinions?
Let's get into it.
Yeah. That's all me and Deja have been talking about the past week.
Yeah. So we finally both finished what was on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Yeah.
Apparently, Cindy said that they made 10 more episodes, which I hope they release them so I can.
Well, did you not see the trailer at the end?
Yeah, I saw the trailer at the end. So I knew that But then I was like, oh, it's a little early for season 3.
Exactly.
So then I was like, okay,
there has to be more. I saw the trailer and I searched it up and I was like, oh, there's probably more because there's a lot of shows like You Want to Be in You So Bad. They dropped a part 1 and a part 2 of the same season.
Yeah.
So like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, it said part 2 is coming, but they don't know.
Have a date yet?
They didn't announce it.
I have a lot of thoughts. I think that it definitely went into more depth with all the other girls this season. I think that.
Wait, let's do a pyramid before we get into it. Who's your least favorite?
As of right now?
Yeah. You finished it.
I did finish it.
As of the end of season 2, part 1. I just think that
there's a lot of stuff that was like edited. Because we obviously don't know behind the scenes. From what was based on the show, like, and the attitudes that were going around. Least favorite. Who are we going off of?
Before you go into it, I do just want to say there's an interview done last week, and they asked Jesse and Macy.
Yeah. Who
do you think had a better edit than what they deserved?
Yeah.
And both of them said Jen and Demi. So apparently their edit was nicer.
Way nicer
than anything what actually happened, apparently.
Okay.
But anything that comes out of Macy's mouth, I believe.
Yeah.
Because it's Macy.
Dude, her story is crazy.
Anyway, your least favorite?
I don't know. I think Jen.
Ooh.
And who are we all basing it off of? Like the whole cast. The whole cast.
Yeah.
Well, half of them weren't even there half the time, so.
Who?
Like Jen wasn't there half the time.
Okay, who else?
That was it.
Then why'd you say half of them wasn't there half the time? When one person wasn't there half the time?
I don't know, like Miranda really didn't talk that much.
Exactly, but she was there.
She was there, but like she didn't talk that much.
Okay, my least favorite's Whitney. She had no redemption for me, actually. She actually was worse to me. Because she sat there and she was like, I really want to be back in Mom Talk. First of
That's
all,
fair.
what is Mom Talk? No one can answer it for me. Anyway, I want to be back in. I want to be back in. I want to be back in. She's like, let's put it to a vote. The only one who raised her hand was Taylor. Taylor was the only one. Taylor went to her baby blessing, even though you didn't go to hers.
Yeah.
Taylor was acting so nice to you, gave you forgiveness, and then you just flip on her?
Yeah.
For what?
True. Because she wants to like be with somebody all the time.
Exactly. You're a two-faced word that I cannot say. And I don't like you.
Yeah, that's fair. Whitney really didn't bring anything to the table.
She never does.
I feel like she just talks out her ass too.
Like, she has no context about anything. She just, like, yaps.
Mm-hmm. And then she'll be like,
And then she's in everybody's business.
yeah. She's like, so what happened? Yeah, there's a lot of pot stirs.
Yeah. So who's your least favorite?
Jen.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of her. I already thought she was too nice, and then it just got weird, and it was kind of just pissing me off as how it's like it just kept going back around in the lie, and I was like, what are we even talking about anymore?
I don't feel bad for her.
But I do feel bad. I do feel bad for.
I think
what
she's
going through.
I think she has so many.
They're all really young, dude, to the point where it's like.
I think that Jen has no backbone.
Yeah.
And like she's got so many strong women yelling at her, calling her liar, calling her names, and there's so much drama. I just think she gets so overwhelmed and she gets caught up in things, and I don't think she intentionally lies.
Yeah.
I think she's just trying to like get a better relationship with her husband, which is why she lied. And then you know what I mean?
There are definitely like different. Like, you can obviously tell who's more bold and who is more fiery, like, based off of the girls. Like, I think Layla talks shit behind your back and then won't say shit indirectly.
Oh, God. Her face the whole show.
Yeah.
Bitch, like, speak up.
And then Taylor's like, that's interesting. I was like, I'm surprised that she didn't say anything because that was crazy.
She did the whole season, too. It wasn't one time. It was, like, 4 different times.
Yep.
She's like, oh, I felt bad. I didn't stick up for her. I'm going to do better as a friend. Next scene, her mouth is shut.
Yep. She's like, she kind of scares me.
Matter of fact, she might be right next to Whitney because I don't like that.
Yeah, she's so young too.
They're all young.
True.
You're all young. I like when they break the fourth.
There wasn't anybody who like stood out to me there. I was like, yeah, I like you.
I like Taylor.
I don't know.
I also like.
I like Macy. I like.
Oh, I like Macy.
I like Michaela.
I like Michaela. I like Jessie to an extent.
I like Jessie to an extent.
I liked Demi last year.
Demi's mid right now.
But we all liked Demi last year, and then she's like, that all just kind of went to her head, which I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like. I already said I don't like Whitney. Don't like Layla. What's her name? Is her name Miranda brought nothing. She brought nothing to the show. Not a single thing did she like add to anything.
Yeah, it was definitely more like I'm just trying to be in. She literally just kept saying that she doesn't want to get involved because she's just trying to be in.
I understand. Like she seems like a sweet girl.
Yeah,
she seems like a nice girl. She doesn't look like she's either made for reality TV, or I don't know. Like she just like didn't say anything ever.
Yeah.
She's just in the background.
Feel kind of bad. She feels bad. She wants to formally apologize to you. I don't know. When Jessie and Jen got into it, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was kind of a lot.
Jessie was like, what are you even talking about? I was like, fair, he has a point.
I feel like
they kept bringing up flashbacks.
Yeah,
Demi and fucking Jen. That was hilarious.
I kind of felt bad for all of it because Jen is clearly very Mormon, and she's clearly not gonna get a divorce from her husband because she's very religious and she wants to work out a relationship, or she loves him or whatever. Like she very clearly wants to stay with him, and everyone else around her is basically trying to make them get a divorce and butting into their relationship, and all she was trying to do is just mend it privately, and they wouldn't let it happen, and so that's how it all got spun. And I was just like, I don't know. She doesn't know how to hold a conversation, though. Jen's like, I'm from the Bronx. Shut up. What did she say? She was from the ghetto? She was raised in the ghetto?
Yeah. I was like,
cut that scene, because that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. And then her husband was like, you were born in Provo. I was like, that's out of pocket.
I don't know. I respect Taylor to an extent, but then the whole social media thing, I thought that was kind of dumb.
What?
How she brought it to, how she said that no one commented on her CMA post, which I get your community, but then like going the extent or starting even the conversation after people are gonna be little minions and talk
I don't think
shit.
she knew that.
I don't know.
I feel like it's very tailor coded.
It is very tailor coded,
and so it's like
that's why I'm like, eh.
It's so well. That's just like why react like that way if you know
Knew that she was gonna do that, or she's capable of something like that.
I just don't think it was that deep.
I don't either, but I don't know.
Like
her first thought was, I wouldn't do that. I would have been like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, it's probably not the most responsible and mature way to go about it. But do we all think that Taylor is responsible and mature? I don't think anyone in this room thinks Taylor is responsible and mature.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, I don't know. She did have a point. Like, they are like there are public figures, and they're supposed to be this supporting publicly.
True.
So I understand it. It did look weird that not a single person did it. After 24 hours.
Yep.
So I understand why she's so upset, but yeah, it wasn't mature. But like, I feel like there's no reason to react that much to
110%.
it. Like, you could have just been.
I'm like, why are you bringing up my past right now? Like, and like, we're literally, like that's what I was like, and she just kept on. So I'm like, maybe she's just the type, like, when she sees red, she just sees red, but then you don't really want that trait
I don't like how no one else speaks up. Like, they had like 2 or 3 arguments between Demi and Taylor, and they're both just going at it, and everyone else is in the confessionals being like, I don't know, Demi's kind of doing a lot, like they're but nobody says anything. Like, they'll just blurt in like tiny little comments, and then like just kind of sit there while they just attack each other, and it's like, okay, well, can someone take a stance on anything? And like,
even they both were like, does anybody else want to say something? Like,
and
they're like, no.
Yeah, no, but they want to sit in confessionals and talk shit.
I'm not a big
so
fan
it's
of
like,
that
bruh, they're all just trying to protect their image. I feel like they're all just so new to reality TV, and I watch a lot of reality TV, and this show is really like no other. I mean, they are messy as fuck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other reality TV shows that's like super messy.
Yeah.
But like, people have like years of experience in the industry. It's not this messy like on season 1, season 2. And so these people are new to all of this and putting out fake storylines. It's just like weird.
Yeah, they all have.
They all got issues, honestly.
They all got.
I don't know what's going on in Utah, but we gotta get out of Utah.
Yeah, but what
honestly,
the fuck, dude?
Because the culture there is really weird, really really weird,
They're
and they're
all
doing
sober.
all this sober. Like, I could see if you're drunk, you guys are all acting this way. I'd be like, okay, all right, cool.
Girls being girls.
More yeah, like that's reality.
Yeah.
But you're sober, acting this way with children
and husbands and
and
families
husbands
and businesses.
Like, it's so wild.
You said that you saw a comment that said that there's people who were like in their high school commenting.
Yeah,
and they said that like this is normal.
Yeah, they're like, I see it in a bunch of videos. People comment and they're like, "Oh, I went to school in Utah. Like, this is exactly how all the girls act. Like, this is all very normal behavior within, their culture
These
or
Mormons
lives
got
or
something going on."
Yeah, like BYU. I think that's a Mormon college, a big Mormon college. Like, they're all doing weird stuff, like the soaking and like, you know what that is? The swinging and like all these weird shit. They're all trying to like get around it.
Yeah.
In like the weird, honestly, the ways that they're going about it are way more disgusting than the regular way. So it's like, they're all like this because they're all sheltered children. And so then they get out in the real world and they don't know how to act, clearly.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then honestly, remember the conversation when they were in, I think it was New Orleans? Are any of them Mormon? What? Are any of them Mormon? Because they all were saying about things they don't believe in, and they don't go to church, they don't do this, and I was like, so are we actually Mormon or not? They were talking about Christian values.
Mormon?
Yeah. They're like, oh, I don't really believe in it.
And then Layla was like, oh, I would go to the temple.
Yeah.
Because you have to like go through like a process or something.
Yeah.
It's really sacred.
Yeah.
I would go to the temple for him. And then Demi was like, for him? And I was like, for him? And apparently they're not together anymore.
Yeah, I guess he was dating her for clout.
Oh. That part.
And he did it because he's on the show.
Yeah.
That part.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
I saw a video about Layla and how everyone's like, oh, like, you need to, embrace your curls and get braids, and she's like, I grew up in a predominantly white fucking town. Like, I'm not. She's like, it took my sister
So she's 28.
27, yeah, it's 27 years to even dabble in braids, and
Mhm.
like, I was like, damn.
Honestly, no, it's all valid.
I was like,
I do think she doesn't have the backbone to try anything new. You know, she
Yeah.
clearly. I mean, you saw her on the show. She's not very, like, she's put in her little box and stay in her little box. But her hair is whack. I'm not gonna lie. I understand if you want to wear it straight,
Yeah.
get a weave, get a sew-in,
Yeah.
get a closure. Like, there's
She's
so
just
many
killing her hair,
ways
dude.
that you can
Did you
grow
see that
your hair
girl
out.
try to curl her hair in that video? JC style.
Yeah.
I was like,
Why are
ooh.
they fucking with her? Because you can't. No.
Yeah.
There's just so many ways that you can wear it silky straight and it look better than extensions.
What's going on right now?
Yeah, because you're not white. Like, you
Immediately
can't
no.
do that. I mean, look at the rest of them. Some of these other white girls' hair are ruined too. So it's like, I know there are certain methods of extensions that are good for your hair, and there are some that are not. And I don't know what Layla's doing, but it's not cute. I saw a comment that was like, all these girls have a hairstylist as a friend, and yet they're still going out with their tape showing. And I was like,
I was like, that part.
that stuff. Honestly, it's their hair. They do what they want. I don't really care.
Right, it's Utah, bro.
Yeah, it's Utah. Like, I don't know. I'd be
interested to see how the drama unfolds, because this whole like line in Italy thing is kind of intriguing me a little bit. I just don't know like what's his nuts would gain from not telling the truth. So that's why I'm like,
clout, time on the show.
True, but like
he's a man.
Yeah.
Now, do I think partially what he's talking about is true? I do think it's embellished a little bit,
or maybe to an
for
extent.
the TV show to an extent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all these people
I don't know.
putting
I
out
think
fake
people
storylines, so it's like
true. I don't even know what's true and what's not real anymore. You know.
Honestly, it's all for my entertainment. So.
And I'm entertained.
And I'm entertained.
So I guess hey. And you guys are entertained as well. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
It's interesting. We'll see. I need to start listening to interviews, but I was super into the Temptation Island, like the aftermath of all that. So that's when I like listened to the Nile Files. Or
you can listen to all of them?
No, I listened to like the one that had all of them on there.
Oh yeah, it's like a 3-hour long interview.
Yeah, but like I'm not really that interested in like knowing more right now
about Secret Lives.
Yeah, I kind of just want to go back to Grey's.
I don't have a show right now. I started watching a new reality show on Netflix that just came out, and it's not good.
Yeah,
so I'm kind of pissed about it. So I don't really know what to watch. But Love Island comes out June 3rd or something.
Yeah,
so I will be watching that.
That's the recreation one, or
no,
is that
regular
just a
Love Island.
Completely different season.
I want to see if they're gonna somehow live up to last season. Because they're gonna have to do their best, and I'm interested to see if they can do it, because it's good.
Yeah, bro.
Like all the promo for it, they're like really trying to hype it up, and I'm like, we'll see.
I haven't seen anything yet.
And I'll obviously watch the season 6 cast new show that they have going on. Yeah. But Summer House just ended. The reunion, part 1 of the reunion is this Thursday. Part 2 is next Thursday. Really excited about that. I also think that Paige is getting a spinoff. Okay. Because Lindsay's pregnant. And so they did this like little recap right at the end of end of Summer House this year, and it was in New York, and they're at Lindsay's apartment or whatever, and it was Amanda, Paige, and Lindsay, and I think they're gonna do some type of like spin-off, because Lindsay can't like go to the Summer House next summer because she like has a kid. Like, I don't think she's gonna like be in a share party house anymore. Yeah. So I think they're gonna try and do a spin-off of the Girls in the City, which I'm really excited for. Interesting. Because they're getting too old for these party share houses. I mean, Kyle's damn near 50. Like, simmer down. And at the end of the season, he's like, I could do this. They're like, you're crazy if you don't think this is the end. Like, we're all getting really, really old, you know? And he's like, no, I can always do this. Sit down. Sit the fuck down, Kyle. You talking about having No. Kyle, sit down. You're too damn old to be out here putting on a wiener costume and partying all weekend. Like, come on now. Anyways. Dancing with the Stars is another show that I watch. Alex Earl just got announced as a star for the show. people were lit up in the comments.
Yeah.
This is stars, not influencers. Blah, 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 blah. She makes more money than you've ever had.
Right. So
probably in one day.
Hey, so
Pipe
the
down.
fuck down. She's in every single ad I see now.
She's everywhere.
Everywhere.
She's the
Pantene,
biggest.
Poppy.
She's the biggest.
She was just in. She just started a tequila or some seltzer, maybe.
It's a margarita.
Oh, margarita mix.
Yeah,
I
and it's
haven't
huge.
I haven't seen it.
Sip
like
marks.
in stores.
It's only in. It's because it's new.
Total Wine.
No,
I haven't seen Sprinter either anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really be looking at cans. I don't really drink shit in cans, but apparently it's good.
Because I'm trying to venture out a bit.
No, but she's not an influencer anymore. Like, she's not just like going on brand trips and making videos. Like, this woman is a full-blown celebrity at this point.
Yeah.
Like, she's like the newest like Kardashian. Like, she's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised if she doesn't like make it onto TV soon. And she like ended her podcast for whatever reasons. Like, she doesn't do her podcast anymore, and she's still bigger than ever.
Yeah, I see her everywhere on TV.
Yeah.
So
she's all on TV. She's in commercials. She's in ads. She's on Dancing with the Stars, which is like insane. Like, that's a coveted show, which is why people are freaking out. But it's like, she's huge.
Yeah.
But then all of the Dancing with the Stars cast came to her savior. They're all like commenting, "Oh, we're so excited, glad to have you," like shit like that. That happened today. I was like, "See, I'll be watching." Period.
Sorry.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, we know. We know.
Whatever. You have EDC on here. What's that about?
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that happened. I don't know if anything juicy.
So I don't like when you put things on here and you're uneducated about the topic that you put on.
It's not that
there.
I'm uneducated. It was literally, now it was last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that some stories would come up. It's kind of like it's like a remembering thing.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. It was I put too far in advance. Dude.
Okay. Interesting.
You didn't put shit on yours.
What do you mean? I have like 4 points.
Yeah, and I put JBN when I.
You have one thing.
Like, bro, chill.
Oh,
we
God.
can't live the same thing. Now we just talked about the same thing.
Yeah. Because we just lived the same life for a while. We were together for a long time. Last week. Is there anything that we did this weekend that's worth telling? Think so.
I mean, we've come to a consensus.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's just hard living this life. Like, I'm going through it. My period started 2 days ago, and I was hungover, and my period cramp started. Day 1 and day 2 are the worst for me. So, it was rough. And then we ate enchiladas, and that's what I was gonna say. We went to Flagstaff, and it's actually kind of cool. It was nice. It was like 70 degrees. The mountains were pretty.
Apparently, Flagstaff has mixed reviews. That's what Aaliyah told me. I was like, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah,
and then the downtown area was cool too.
Yeah, but we went to this famous. Yeah, so don't know what's hot as fuck. And we went on a hike, and like I literally almost died. Deja also almost died. So like it was a rough time.
Yeah.
But we did it. Got it to the top. Sprinted down. That was that. But
Then we got super drunk.
And woke up the whole band house.
Who knows what happened? Actually,
I felt
we were
so
just
bad.
living the dream. I don't know.
We were so
We were
loud.
just diddling around.
And then they left. Like, our friends left. And then the house was really boring after that.
Yeah, she was whack.
And Mark was like, I kind of miss your friends.
There was like tension and shit, and like we were just like not about it.
Yeah.
So.
And like we were dying too.
Yeah.
But like whatever. So that was that. But we went to this famous restaurant that like some famous person who eats at restaurants goes. I don't know his name.
Some famous food influencer.
Food guy. It was like a food celebrity.
Yeah.
He's like the guy with the spiky white hair. He's like old. I don't know, but he went to this place, said it was great. We went. It was ass.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
And then like we were like some guy that is not worth naming. He's like, it's because you don't like the real stuff. You're used to that fake shit. Okay.
Yeah. First off, were we talking to you?
Yeah.
Every single man in that group just likes to talk. Bro.
Like, shut up.
No one was talking to you. I will speak when you are speak when you're spoken to. Okay. Okay, every single one of them. They're like, well, I said, I didn't need your 2 cents. I don't care enough.
Like, the salsa was hot. I took a bite. I'm dying. Daisy's like, is it hot? I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. Oh, I thought it was great. I didn't ask you what you thought
Did
about
we turn you and
salsa.
say, hey, so-and-so, was the salsa good? No, I'm talking to my sister down the table. You just happen
They
to be on the
really
other
did.
side.
They kept chiming in over and over again. I'm
And
like, this is a
dude,
two-way conversation.
Dude, and me and Sid and I just kept whipping our heads around and be like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, please.
But yeah, it was like super authentic Mexican, and obviously we're not Mexican and we didn't grow up around authentic Mexican foods. So sue me. Sue me that it's not what I'm
Chicken
used
was a
to.
little dry.
And like the sauce wasn't good. It was kind of thick and chewy and weird tasting.
Yep.
The rice was gas. I thought the rice was
I
gas.
thought the rice and beans were pretty good.
I didn't like the beans too much.
Yeah.
I didn't like the beans too much. But anyway, he was like, it's because you shut up.
Whatever.
Anyway, so the next time I go get Mexican, let me look for the fake shit then. Like, come
Yeah.
on. Like, we
We're
all
like, star the fake shit.
start the fake shit. Exactly. Let me go to fucking Chipotle. Ew, that's so white of me.
Yeah, I never seen that shit again. Yeah. Do we have any plans this week? We have a 3-day week ahead of us. 3-day work week. I'm going back to my second job at the end of the week.
But you're off on Friday.
Yeah.
So you
that
got to
means
do
we can
something
go-
Friday.
No, we go to Rusty Buckle.
Where's that?
The Apache Junction thing I told you about. It's a new venue.
Oh, okay.
So we do that. on
Okay,
Friday.
fine. All right.
It's like they knew I wanted to go.
And then you're going back to work Saturday.
Yeah.
Are you off
okay.
Sunday?
No.
I thought you're not supposed to be working Sundays.
I mean, I have to work 2 days out of the weekend. Either Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. And honestly, I might make her better money Saturday, Sunday right now.
Interesting.
But Fridays I'm off.
But no, I don't think we have anything planned this weekend. It's the last week of May, right? Are we in May?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last
When's
week
the
of May.
first?
Anyway,
So
I think that's the end of that. We're going to try and bust through this episode, get it up tomorrow. Who knows if we'll be able to do it. We're just girls who don't prioritize their time well.
But we're trying.
But we're trying. And that's all we can say.
That's all she wrote. Bye, guys.